booktubers, it's the Hufflepuffle here, and welcome to a very booktube Christmas! Woohoo! Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff indeed. So I'm going to be doing a series called A Very Booktube Christmas, where I basically just make bookish Christmas videos for the month of December. There is no particular schedule. I'm not uploading them every day, every third day, every week. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna be doing Christmas bookish videos because it's Christmas. So for the first video in this Very Booktube Christmas series, we are doing something that is remarkable for my channel. A wrap-up and TBR? What? What? Yes, for the first time in like 2 years, I have read enough books in 1 month to do a wrap-up. And I also have enough books that I want to read in December to do a TBR. What? The first book that I finished in November was Hearthfire by Kate Borman. This is the third and final book in the Winterkill trilogy. And, it was phenomenal. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I can't really talk about it too much because it is the third book in a series, so I would spoil the series. But I did an interview with the author Kate Borman at the release event for this book, and I will link that in the description below. Also, in that video, I'm giving away the entire Winterkill trilogy, and it's going to be signed and personalized by Kate for you. So go over to that interview so you can find out how to win these, and also hear me interview Kate, who's the author of these wonderful books. The next book that I finished in November was our November book of the month for the Book Puffs, and that is mine and Maggie from A Bookish Fairy Tales read-along group, and every month we read a book and do a live show about it. So I'll put information about that down below, and if you want to watch our live show for this book, it already happened, but the recorded version of it is on my channel, so I'll link that down below if you want to watch what we thought and us answer questions about it. But I rated The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon 10 out of 5 stars, and I know that's like an anomaly, so 5 out of 5 stars technically, but literally I gave it 10 out of 5 stars. It is the best contemporary I have ever read. The next book that I read in November was The Keeper's Vow by Francina Simone, and she is a booktuber, so I will, you know, link to where you can buy this and subscribe to her and whatever down below. But it was so good. The Keeper's Vow is the first book in the Guardians trilogy, and it's about a girl named Katie who unlocks a secret about her past and all this stuff, and it's the I don't want to talk about it too much because I think it's best to go into it without knowing too much about it, because I did and I was blown away. Next book that I read and finished in November is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. So after I read The Sun Is Also a Star, I had to read Everything Everything because, I mean, The Sun Is Also a Star was phenomenal. I had to read Everything Everything. I read it in one sitting. It was amazing. It took me like an hour and a half to read the whole book because there's all sorts of like there's like emails and kind of illustrations and things, and I am conversations. I loved it. Quite the love story, and it's a beautiful book, and I highly recommend this as well. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. This is also signed. The next book that I read and finished in November is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. And I know what you're thinking, what the frick is this cover, Lindsay? It's white. Well, if you've been paying attention at all to the books community as of late, and you are interested in Owlcrate, or maybe you are subscribed to Owlcrate, or maybe you watch unboxings for Owlcrate, the November Owlcrate was themed around Wonderland, and the book was, of course, Heartless, and it came with this beautiful Heartless edition that you can only get from Owl Crate. So I'm very, very lucky to have gotten this really fancy white version of Heartless. The great thing about Heartless is it is our December book of the month for the book puffs, and I read it in November because I was really eager to read it. And our live show for Heartless is going to be January 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So work out what it is for your timeline around that. We have a special guest for our December Heartless live show. We are going to be bringing in Taylor from Taylicious Reads to talk about the book with us because she was very eager and she was very excited that we picked Heartless for December, and she really, really wanted to get in on that. So we added her. She's going to be in the live show. So that'll be on my channel January 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I rated it 4.5 out of 5 stars, simply because there's a few things that I might have done differently or I wanted to see happen that didn't happen, or characters I wanted to see included that weren't. But I loved it nevertheless, so only 4.5, like there was only a 0.5 deduction. The next book that I read and loved in November, I technically finished it on December 1st, but I'm just going to include it anyway, and that book is Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And this is the first book in the Illuminate files, I think. Is that what it's called? Illuminate files. And I'm sure you heard of this book because everyone and their dog knows about Illuminate. And I read it for the first time and I loved it. It was awesome. It's like the coolest thing ever because it's told in files and IM conversations and and there's like all these things, and that's the last book. And as far as my December TBR goes, there are 4 books that I would like to read in December. The first one is Gemini. The next book that I want to read is a couple stories at least from My True Love Gave to Me, the anthology, edited by Stephanie Perkins, and the authors are Holly Black, Allie Carter, Matt De La Pena, Gail Foreman, Jenny Han, David Levithan, Kelly Link, Myra McIntyre, Stephanie Perkins, Rainbow Rowell, Lainey Taylor, Kirsten White. My True Love Gave to Me. And it's holiday short stories, and there's 12 of them from 12 different authors. And I've had this book since it came out, but I've never read any of the stories. And I thought, I gotta do it now. The next book that I want to read in December is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I really want to reread this book, and Harry Christmas to You, the read-along. I'm sure you've heard of it. If not, I'll link the Twitter and the YouTube for it down below so you can go join and be a part of Harry Christmas to You. But basically it's the annual Christmas reread along for Harry Potter, or read along if you are reading them for the first time. And everyone just reads Harry Potter because Harry Potter is, for some reason, a really Christmassy thing for us book fans, and so I'm going to be rereading at least the first book this month. I might reread more, but I know that I just want to at least get the first book reread for Harry Christmas to You. But I'm not planning on rereading the whole series, but I might. I haven't decided. The last book that I want to read in December is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and I've read most of this book. I started it like last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago, and I never finished it because I got distracted and I put it aside, and I never ended up finishing it, and I really want to because I love the films so much for The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings because the world is just so magical. I was raised on Middle Earth, my dad loves it, and he's been begging me to read the damn books. And I'm gonna get to the Lord of the Rings series, not this month at all, but I want to at least finish this goddamn book. I'm gonna be giving away this signed copy of Empire of Storms for the Christmas season. So if you want to enter to win this signed copy of Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, which if you're curious about why I have this, when Empire of Storms came out, I'm still reading Hearthfire. It's been like 10 months and I'm still reading Hearthfire, but either way, I bought it when it came out from Books of Wonder, and I bought the signed version, and then my mom unknowingly bought me this version from Blue Bicycle Books, and So now I have 2 signed copies of Empire Storms, and I don't need 2 signed copies of Empire Storms, so I'm gonna give this one away. So if you want to enter to win this signed copy of Empire Storms, just like this video, be subscribed to my channel, and comment down below saying that you want to enter the giveaway, and make sure to specify that you're entering the giveaway. If you just comment, I will know that you're not entering the giveaway. So if you comment down below, leave whatever comment about the video, but make sure that you add into it that you want to enter the giveaway. Otherwise, I will not enter you, and your entry will not count. All of that being said, this has been a lot. I have one more thing to announce. If you want to buy any of the books I mentioned in this video or any other books, I am now a Book Depository affiliate. So I will leave my link in the description down below, and if you click on that link and go to Book Depository, any books that you purchase will help me out for future videos and to put into the future of my business, Caffeinated Bookmarks, and I have a whole line of Christmassy themed bookmarks that you should definitely check out. And yeah, that would be it. So, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. This is the end of the first video in a very Booktube Christmas. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I know you're tired of hearing that, and I will see you guys next time. Stay alive, and Huffle Puffle out.